We are back on Morning Line. Final segment this morning as we're talking kind of media, politics, whether media is the enemy, with Larry Burriss, our professor from MTSU. Good to have you on.
Good to be here.
Appreciate it. Let's see, I think we have Raymond waited through the break. Let's see. Good morning, Raymond.
Yeah, good morning.
Hi, Ray. Go ahead.
Yeah, the guy that was talking there before, that the news media doesn't do enough good stories on people. The good stories are not as important as the bad stories. The bad stories people need to know about. If you've got a crooked cop or a crooked public servant, when you're supposed to have all good public servants and all good cops, and they're supposed to do the best job that they can, and they don't need to be bragged on for doing a good job. That's expected. But when they do a bad job, the public needs to know it immediately, and that needs to be hammered on so that you will change the rest of them, that they won't do bad jobs. But they're hired to do the good jobs, to save people's lives and stuff like that. And it's good that they do it. But why pat them on the back? That's their job to do. But when they do a bad job, the public needs to be protected.
Oh, no, you are exactly right. He's kind of going to that old axiom, you know, dog bites man is so commonplace it's not news. But man bites a dog, he's right, isn't he?
Right.
I mean, he's right that, you know, we're not, I won't disagree with some of the people out there. Some of the news is so depressing. I always like to have some good news stories in there as well. They may not be the leads, but, you know, the kickers.
Exactly.
But talk about that. I mean, yeah, it's true. We report sometimes the negative stuff because that is what is newsworthy. When someone shows up every day and does his job, good for him or her. But that's not a news story.
Well, it will be, and you will cover it when that person retires, for example.
Sure.
Or if
they're given an award.
Exactly. If there's a dramatic rescue and they did a really great job.
Police do that all the time.
You're going to show that body camera film from that. If a plane crashes at Metro, that's going to be covered. The fact that 50 planes landed successfully will not be covered. I bet that when the 1 millionth plane lands successfully, they're going to put a press release about it, and I bet there'll be coverage of that plane landing. So the good news is there. The public gets tired of good news very quickly. Yeah. If all we're doing is running happy stories, the public, they're not going to watch you. They're not going to buy the newspapers. The public wants and deserves to know the bad things going on, and so they can be corrected. I mean, not because we want to knock anyone down, but we want you to know if there's lead in your school's water, so it can be fixed. And that is, we're not going to report that, hey, all the water in Metro schools is clean. Right? I mean, that's to be expected, and the public's going to like, tell me something I don't know. Right. You know, right? But if something comes along with all the good water, that for the 50th year, the Metro Water Department has been successful in doing whatever they're doing out there, that's going to be a story. Yeah. That their PR office put out a story about that, and I bet it's a local story, it's local boosterism, and I bet you'd all cover it. Yeah. But it's going to have to be a big, good news story.
I agree.
Sure.
That'll get. I mean, Raymond's right. Gallows humor in the newsroom. I get in pretty early in the morning, and it's to the point now, unfortunately, in Middle Tennessee, and especially Nashville, that it is news overnight when we don't have a shooting. Meaning that it's gotten to the point between carjackings and shootings, it's almost like standard. Every morning I come in, what's going on? Well, we had a couple of carjackings, we have a fatality over here. If I come in the morning, I go, oh, what happened overnight? And they go, it's been slow, no shootings. That's almost newsworthy. That's and that you know, I hope it doesn't get to the point where that's the difference, reporting that there were no shootings. But to me, seriously, it's getting close to that point, and that's a separate story. But the crime.
If that happens, that's a sad commentary. That it's news. There was no shooting. The public needs to know that good news story there, because look what's happened before and after.
Right. And in a way, hopefully they take from that and saying, gosh, we need to do something more to try to stem that.
And the fact that you're saying we need to do something more is seen as change. Yeah. We need to change something, and there are going to be people out there who don't want to change.
Yeah. Professor, as always, I know, thank you. You've been on a couple times over the last month or so, and you're busy because school for him starts next week, right? Next week. MTSU, all the schools kicking back in. UT, Tennessee Tech, Western Kentucky, and MTSU. Great school starts next week.
Next week, absolutely.
Have a great school year.
I'm going to try to.
Thank you, my friend. We'll take a break. I'll be back with a programming note right after this.